Welcome, one and all, friends. Hello. Sorry that this is a later stream. Listen, I was going to stream earlier. I didn't have a connection to my wireless mixer. And I was like wandering around my office for 30 minutes trying to figure out why I didn't, only to find that fucking Ethan yesterday literally unplugged my router to charge his phone. And Matt came in after like 3 and fixed it in like 3 seconds. Holy shit. Anyway, one more song. This is from my personal playlist. I've been doing that more a little bit, and I think you guys will have been enjoying it because we're going a little bit harder on this stream, but why not? It's the end of the month. This is the last day, so let's go. All right, good luck.
When I stand and look about the port and contemplate my life, will I ever see my countrymen again? As the captain calls us on the deck, I take my things and walk to the harbor side. I glance back one last time.
It takes a minute, but it'll get there, trust me. Kind of OG metal.
We are pleased to be out and embracing the open sea, free from our troubles and more free from the inheritors, unfulfilled reason behind us. We flee from what is not, what is will be. We flee the earth and
No, in like 30 seconds, it'll pop off. It's just Iron Maiden takes. This is music that takes some time before you guys were born, okay? But when it goes, it goes. It goes.
Ocean size and lose sight of land, face of contentment around in the air. We're off now to see all our fortunes to the land of our.
All right, here we go. 3 right now. None of them have died, but all of them have sucked besides this one. I had a GC Minor, so Glacial Cascade. It's like a skill that you throw like ice out. Before that, I had a Chaos Spellslinger that I couldn't upgrade. I couldn't get his damage past maps. So I'm making a. This is the character right now. Here, we'll pull him up. I'll show you guys. Oh, fuck. I'll also show you all my email and my social security number and my banking information. Just so you guys can have that if you need it. You know. Okay. This is my guy right now. So this is a Syndicate Spectre build. And right now, I'm trying out this meme, which is like this Arctic Armor meme. Anomalous Arctic Armor, which is a pretty decent defense layer. I still need to get a roomies for him. Ignore this. This was doing trials. I still needed to get a roomies for him, but he's looking good. There's still a lot of work to be done on him, and I just don't have any currency. That's like my big problem. I have no money ever, literally ever in this entire game. I have none, but it's a cool looking character. Still a lot of work to do on him, but he's fun. He's a lot of fun. Kills a lot of stuff. Need so much more work. Probably many, many, many more days of work. We'll see. Are you at the point where you make your own builds? I don't think that anybody makes their own builds on Path of Exile. I think that people get inspired by a particular skill. This build is a lot different for people that are not familiar with this game. This is like a Path of Exile skill tree. So this is like how you build your character. Every level you get 1 point, basically. You get points from other things too, but mainly that's how it works. So I built my character quite a bit differently than other summoner characters do. Most characters don't go down to Wind Dancer in that sense that this is a pretty customized build to like how I want to play. The reason for that is because of this is like really complicated. Like nobody cares about this shit, but like there's a lot of reduced damage in the way that I'm taking this. I might spec out of this because this is a big investment. But the idea here is that I'm stacking. Basically, I play hardcore, right? So if I die, my character's gone. So I want to reduce damage wherever possible. And I'm stacking up reduction in damage by going Wind Dancer. So like the idea here is that like every time I get hit, I take like, somewhere between like 50 or 60% less damage before any other defensive layer. And that's the thinking on this build. But I don't like really know if it's right. I have to kind of think about it. Some of the pros told me that there's probably a more optimal way. Because if you count the points here, even if I went to Sentinel, I went 1, 2, there's 3, right? So 5 plus 3 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's like 16-point investment to get down here that I could put over here and get other shit. So it's a little bit of a trade-off. But I'm at a point in this game where it's so difficult. Like I appreciate games like this that have like such a diverse and like very complicated skill tree. I think for me, I'm at a point where like any kind of consideration or change in anything that I do in this game requires like hours and hours of thought to like kind of like parse it out and make sure it makes sense. And even then, it's like not a very clear black and white answer. I'm wondering how to most healthily shame people for not watching my streams. What are you asking? Because in the current iteration of your question is going to have me tear you a new asshole, but I'm not sure if you intend it that way, so you should just clarify. It looks awesome. Yeah, it's a very very fun game. It's fun because it's like a thought exercise on how to get better. What is Twitch soundtrack? What do people keep telling me about that from? What is that? Blog, Twitch. Oh, this is new. Hold up. Twitch is giving DMCA free music. Cool. We're excited to announce a creator tool, Soundtrack by Twitch. Is it live now? Soundtrack gives you a curated collection of rights, colored music, and integrates your streaming software to separate your audio sources, allowing you to create your channel safe with compelling content. That is actually really important. Separating your audio sources means because just because a song is cleared on Twitch doesn't mean it has licensing for YouTube, which means that it could still get copyrighted on videos. So if you have a separate audio source, that means that you can mute that on your VOD and you can pull it for YouTube. Although the stream could still hear it. It's pretty fucking cool, actually. Sorry, I was joking around. See, dude, that's why I always ask people. Because I would have gone in on that guy, and then he would have been like, "Damn, dude." See, I ask people now before I just like jump on people. I'm a new man, dude. Whatever. We have to see the playlist. We always knew this was gonna happen. What games do you think broadcasters are missing a lot of potential growth from? It doesn't matter. Just stream whatever you're gonna stream. What matters is your content. What matters is your plan. PoE has actual difficulty, yes. It's much more difficult game than World of Warcraft. Comparing the two is like comparing quantum physics to fucking preschool algebra. Like it's like preschool addition and subtraction. It's not even like a thing. Yeah, I'm nice now. Lo-fi is like literally the easiest thing. Above and Beyond already worked with them. So did Porter. So this is just, I'm like, all right. I'm not like 100% impressed by this. All of these people have already worked with Twitch in some capacity. So it doesn't feel like they really went out of their way. It feels like they just, we have to see the list. That's all that really matters. Oh, fuck me. Oh, that's good. Oh, shit. Nuclear Blast Records is like 99% of metal. Oh, man. That's actually huge. That's big. That's pretty much every metal artist that I listen to is on Nuclear Blast. I met all those guys at an In Flames concert, and we were doing some work together at CLG. Those guys are fucking awesome. To get soundtrack in your hands, release an early version that's compatible with OBS 26. So continue to expand. Join the waitlist. Yeah, I'm not joining the waitlist. Let me just message my AM. Fuck that. Who is... We're not waiting on a list. CEO Andy doesn't wait on a list. Nuclear Blast is metal? Yeah. Yeah, definitely, for sure. Nuclear Blast is like Nightwish. If they got Nightwish, then like that's all I'm gonna play. That's actually fucking awesome. Yeah, Nightwish is on Nuclear Blast. LU Vitae is on Nuclear Blast. Dark Tranquility. Delane. Fucking a lot of people are. Within Temptation is on there. Cradle of Filth. Shit ton of them. What do you think of the new singer for Nightwish? I think Floor's totally fine. Like a lot of people, I mean, Nightwish isn't better or worse, it's just different. Tarja was amazing. Like Tarja brought something to metal that had never been there before. I don't think anybody can beat Tarja, but like what Nightwish is now, the last two albums that Nightwish has put out are fucking incredible. They're insanely good. The Greatest Show on Earth is amazing, and then the one after that, Endless Forms Most Beautiful, is fucking awesome. I've loved them. When do you think everyone will stop streaming Among Us? It seems to finally be declining a little bit, but because there's just so little choices, if everyone's playing it, it's still really prominent. It's only declining like 3 to 5% in the last few days. And that's not indicative of an actual... it won't stop until people stop playing it. But I think, like, if anything, hopefully streamers will get so annoyed by it that it'll burn them out. That's kind of like what I'm thinking will happen. A lot of people are playing Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is an activation. They're getting sponsored to do that. Genshin Impact is a fucking dog shit game. It's in my opinion, it's literally Weeb World of Warcraft, and I couldn't imagine something worse than World of Warcraft, but it is. It's Weeb World of Warcraft that's pay to win. That's what it is. No, nobody is playing Genshin Impact after their sponsorship. Do you not like WoW? I don't know, typically. As a person who played a lot of World of Warcraft when it came out, the reason is because I'm a few years before, so I started gaming on MMOs on EverQuest and Dark Age of Camelot. And if you started on EverQuest or Dark Age of Camelot, you can't appreciate World of Warcraft. So you have to be like 5 or 6 years younger than me to like WoW. If I was 5 or 6 years younger, I would have loved WoW. But because I started on EQ, and I like, there's just no way. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. World of Warcraft is such a bad game compared to EQ. It's not even like, I mean, like World of Warcraft basically stole everything from EQ. What server did you play on in DOC? I played on a bunch of servers, but if you know DOC, you would know my guild is Relpor. It's the #1 frontier guild. You'd probably know on Albion. You'd probably know my guild, but if you otherwise, I don't think you'd know any of the servers I played on. I put on 3 servers. You have to pay IRL dollars to level up and unlock characters and get gear. Do you really? That's fucking crazy. I was on Cabal. Oh shit! Yeah, of course I know Cabal. That's fucking awesome. Okay, that's cool. That's very rare. You meet a fellow DOC player, dude. It's like find another Saiyan in the universe. Like it's super rare. It's fucking awesome. Like there's another Saiyan alive, dude. I'm new affiliate that's already started on other platforms. Try to redirect viewers in my stream. Advice that caters to someone who already works a 65-hour work week with a real job and wants to spend some time to stream. Don't. There's no way the streaming is ever going to be more. If you're, first of all, oh God, I see so much in your text. I don't really believe you're working a 65-hour job. I have 2 jobs, and I don't usually like. Let me think. If I'm in the office for 65 hours, 70 hours, probably. Probably close to it. Like I have 70 or 80 hour weeks sometimes, but I viscerally understand how long that actually is. I think a lot of people say they are working like 50 or 60 or 70 hours a week, but they don't really. I'm working 2 full-time jobs right now, and I'm working harder than I ever have in my life. And it's like insanely crazy. Like I get home at like 9 or 10 p.m. And like if one of those jobs wasn't content creation, there is utterly no way that I could stream. So if you're truly working 65 hours, I don't believe that you are. If you truly are, though, there's absolutely no chance to stream. Just make YouTube videos. The only people I know that do 65 hours are like lawyers. Yeah, like lawyers, like accountants, people like that. Mm-hmm. People, that's like some weird like entrepreneur shit. People that are saying like they're working that much. When, like, in reality, you so rarely meet anybody that actually is working like that. Here, let's get some vibes going. Super duper unlikely, man. It's better just to be honest with, like, actual time that you have. And then, like, I can make a better assessment. I don't know if this is worth, like, making a video about. Maybe it is, honestly, because I can probably provide a lot of context, like, but it doesn't really matter until we see the list, right? Ask Harris what he thinks about it. It's not like I need help figuring it out. Harris was talking about it for a long time on his stream as making a video. Like, about what? Artists can submit their own music, but there's no CPM. Oh shit, really? It's pretty brutal. Will you upload your Ethan Evans talk? Probably. We're so far behind in terms of like getting shit going that I don't know. Why did the best Eve fleets always happen on Wednesday nights, dude? Gets me so mad. What time is that Eve time? Eve time to PST. There's going to be a huge fucking fight in Eve in about 2 or 3 hours. I'm going to completely miss. Empires of Arcadia is really the worst time. Because I would 100% go to that fight. No, not 15 minutes. It's at 11:20 EVT. So that's 6:30 PST. Six months here, and I have not seen you give popular advice instead of real advice once. Thanks, man. Yeah, I just have nothing to lose. I could break it down, but like, I don't think there's a lot of value in doing so. I mean, Harris is doing it for views. I don't like really care that much. It's Harris's brand to cover like every single content creator news thing, right? Because he's actually like the content creator guy. I only really cover shit if it interests me, and like, I don't think there's much. See, like, I don't think there's much to talk about. Like, what do you guys not understand about this? It's pretty straightforward, right? They're making a playlist. They license some music. It's not that impressive of a playlist because like they're basically just licensing people they already have a relationship with. There's not much interesting. The most interesting thing is they're not paying creators. No, can you relink? It's called Skady. It could build it into something to be very helpful for the platform, but who knows if Twitch is going to do that. Your character portrait looks awesome. Yes, fucking straight up. It's insane. That's so crazy. Maybe. So the only value that I could provide to this talk, and you guys decide if you think it's valuable for me to explain it, is how licensing works for music, which we haven't done before. It's kind of like, I don't know. Like, if we understand how licensing works for music and why it's so difficult for Twitch to get these soundtracks and how it works. But I've done so much work on DMCA. Like, I feel like our DMCA list is like the final resource when it comes to like everything you need to know about like literally every question that there's going to be about DMCA is here. This is the answer. And so I can't really expand on this that much more, you know? Oh, the esports awards. Thank you. Yeah. Can you just send me like a what it is? I think this is a meme, dude. But I'll take a look in a second. Industry. Am I in it? First of all, basically, okay. If I'm in it, this is not a meme. It's the best thing I've ever seen. If I'm not in it, then it's a meme. How about that? I wonder if I can get a DMCA strike for streaming the debate. It was on C-SPAN, so likely not. Also, Hassan is fine, and a bunch of other people too, so you'll be okay. It's possible, but I wouldn't sweat it. That reminds me, Stucco. Let me check into what... Hi, I can't even believe what a call you made by pledging not to play Among Us. I didn't know why you wanted to play it, but with all the drama that stirred up, you were able to avoid all that. Yep. Good job and good call. It's crazy how many people got toxic playing that game. Yeah, so it seems like magician shit, but I've just been doing this for so long that I can sort of like see the logical path that like something's gonna go, right? Because like I've just like seen a lot of Twitch cycles. So I knew that that was gonna be a shit show. If you cram 8 people with 8 narcissists into a room and then give them a ranked lobby that they have to compete in, you're gonna get a super amount of toxicity for sure, right? I'm talking to Matt right now about this. Apparently, actually, we probably will do a talk on this today. It's a little bit more nuanced than I thought. The real interesting things are that the content creators are not being compensated, and also it seems like there's still some technical ways to DMCA even through this licensing, which is really interesting. Oh, exclamation mark DMCA if you ever want to see that guide. And please share it. It's like, this guide literally answers like 6 billion fucking questions that every streamer has. There's a fact section. I spent hours on this guide. It's really good. So if you have a streamer friend with like a lot of questions about DMCA, even like a larger one, just send them this. It answers everything. If they can be fucked to read it, which is like the problem most of the time, right? You know, we never looked at... Sorry, I'm just talking to my business partner, Matt, because I'm trying to get more information about this before I start talking about it. This licensing thing. We will do a talk about it, but I'm just trying to get the right information. And he's way more knowledgeable on this than I am. Just want to get it right. Yesterday's show, especially about copy, was so enlightening, and thank you for making... That made me change my whole perspective on how to market. Oh, fuck yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's really interesting when you start thinking like, holy shit, everything I write is sales copy, right? The way that I advertise, the way that I talk about things, the way that I like do a resume, everything is sales copy. So if you start writing everything in even articles, right? Informative things, everything that I write is something that could potentially be better received or get better attention if it's worded the correct way. And when you start thinking about that, it sort of opens up a whole new world. Today, Twitch announced Soundtrack at Pretzel. We're excited to see all the work we've done. Twitch Soundtrack is a huge step forward. Unfortunately, it's a huge step backward for musicians. Twitch Soundtrack is Twitch's largest effort to date. We'll cut the music here. We're starting to get serious. Is there a way to find all of your docs? Discord. Or Raxif can compile them and post them in like a channel somewhere. Is probably the easiest way to do it. Discord is the good way. All right, let's see. Best stream live again. That's the idea. I'm working on a secret project that involves that. Fuck yeah. Raxif is low key like the lore keeper, dude. Okay, so Twitch Soundtrack is Twitch's largest effort to date to address the music problem. With most Twitch services, they want to offer soundtrack free to their broadcasters. I'm gonna change this too. Changing the title. Okay. One way they could achieve this is to pay musicians to license their work. This is what Facebook Gaming did. Instead, Twitch went the route of exposure. When you're using Twitch Soundtrack as a broadcaster, you're required to give up screen real estate for the required attribution to the music. The real attribution is only a compensation that the musician will receive. For this to be beneficial, viewers need to engage with this video overlay, save the track for later, and listen to it on traditional streaming platform. It takes 1,500 streams or spins to count as a single sale. What does that mean? Twitch Soundtrack uses loopholes to avoid paying musicians fairly. If you read between the lines, incredibly well-crafted marketing, there are some glaring issues about Soundtrack that they're talking around. As referred to this Forbes article over 2 years ago, to properly license music, you need 3 licenses. You need master use for records, publishers, public performance, and synchronization. And there is another license needed to be played on the desktop music player itself called a mechanical license. Twitch does pay public performance. There are blanket performance licenses to performing rights organizations. However, usage is never promoted by the pros, requiring the pros to treat the performance royalties as black box income. So this is a little bit technical. I'll try to explain what some of this stuff means in a little bit. Twitch Soundtrack does not have synchronization licensing. Music played from Twitch Soundtrack can only be on your live stream. Oh, okay. Right, of course. So they didn't actually get the full rights because those would have been too expensive for these. Okay. I was wondering about the CPM. Well, you're not getting paid shit. Twitch isn't giving you a dime for this shit, but check it out, dude. You can make, don't worry, dude. Twitch has a new form of currency for you that's even better than money. All right. Yeah. US dollars. Fuck that. What do you need to buy anyway, dude? You're a fucking artist. You don't need to buy anything. You're meant to be poor, right? So Twitch has a new form of currency for you. It's called exposure bucks. With exposure bucks, your song will be played by tens of thousands of people, but no one will actually pay you for it. The work you do as a musician will be appreciated by everyone in the world, and that's what matters, right? You don't need to eat. Just eat your exposure, dude. Have your fans buy you dinner. So to me, this is so obvious what Twitch is doing. They basically, at breakneck speed, were looking for a way to answer the horrendous DMCA problems they have. So they basically turnkeyed like a pretty subpar solution as fast as possible with the lowest amount of effort. And we have this. Like, so there's no like real like intent to make like, and I guess I'll demonstrate that when I start giving this talk. Because there's going to be an enormous difference between the way that Facebook Gaming did this, which like Facebook Gaming actually made a legitimate effort to spend a lot of money and make something work to get this licensing. Does it make any sense for them to get major labels? The likelihood that Twitch gets major labels is unbelievably slim. Right now, it looks like whatever their list was that I need to look at this later. I don't have time. It looks like they don't even have full rights for the licensing that they do have. So it's questionable that you could get DMCA'd. I'll explain all this. From the top. Do you still make money on YouTube if you have free music on Twitch? I don't understand the question. The Facebook version seems way more mature and thought out because it's proactive, not reactive, right? Okay. Yeah. The only way we're going to do this is if we break it down from the ground up. So like we're going to have to like break it down from the ground up. That's the only way we're going to do it. So I'll do that in a minute here. Just making sure I have all the information. Yes, this will be a notepad talk. Am I on the esports award thing? Why the fuck? I guarantee you I'm not, dude. Creative team of the year, creative piece of the year. There's going to be like esports content creator or something. There. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I guess Nadeshot wins. I guess. Why is Pokimane an esports content creator? I'm simp on Poki as much as anybody, but that doesn't make any sense. It's a popularity contest? Yeah. These are just big names. Why? Pokey doesn't do competitive content. My man, it's one of my really good friends. Maybe one day we'll get an award chat. Alerts are off? They shouldn't be. Alerts are on. Music's off if I'm giving a talk. This is what people talk about when they say there's a big difference between esports really is and what normal people think esports is. To normies, gaming equals esports. No, that's completely wrong. To normies, there is no esports. You can't explain esports to people. The vast majority of normal people have no idea what esports is. I was opening a bank account. This is anecdotal, but I was opening a bank account yesterday, and I was talking to the banker, and her kids play games and watch Twitch, but she had no idea what esports is. Esports is kind of a meme. Like, this is something that I've been meaning to do a talk about and make a video about. It's too like premature, and I have to like do my thoughts on it. but esports is like pretty much a meme. And what I mean by a meme is I mean like it's the people within esports thinks it's way more important than it actually is. From on a macro scale, esports is not a big deal. It's not in normal culture. It hasn't breached the gap or the chasm between what I would say like enthusiast users and people who are like relatively normal. It's not recognized in normal society. It's not growing at an incredible rate. It's not cash flow positive. Like these like it doesn't get like really incredible viewership. If you look at like think about this in this way, right? Like Hassan Abi watching the presidential debates got comparable viewership to Worlds, to League of Legends Worlds, which is like insane. What do you think about that? Like that's like actually fucking crazy, right? Like a single content creator, that's 10 teams, $700 million in marketing expenses per year. Like the most important thing ever, like in terms of like esports, like it's not that big of a deal. Like I think that people really overestimate the imprint that esports has, especially even within gaming. It's like a fractional and declining percentage of Twitch's total viewership. I meant normies as in normal gamers, like people who just buy a console or play on a phone or whatever. I see. Yeah, so what I'm saying is like I'm just comparing platform to platform. I'm like obviously if we add in like YouTube and like Chinese viewership and stuff like that, we can probably up the numbers a little bit. But when you take it as a percentage of the daily active users, so if we want it, that's not a fair comparison, right? If we want to do a fair comparison, you do something like this. You take like the total percentage of daily active users, and you take the number of people that are here for esports related content on Twitch, right? So with 18 million DAUs, and then you take the number of people that are here on for esports content, you get a few years ago in 2015, that was 25% of Twitch as a website. So about 1 in 5 people were here for esports, okay? But also the daily active users were a lot less. So now with 18 million users, that number is closer to 6 to 7%. Meaning that the number of users that have been on Twitch have expanded. However, the interest in esports has declined. And you don't need to be a statistician to see this. Just look at like what popular events can you really think of that get featured on Twitch? I mean, there's LOL Worlds. There's like occasional Smash tournaments, but nobody really watches COD. Nobody really watches Overwatch, right? Like these are the two biggest franchises within esports. And these are not things that get like incredible amounts of viewership outside of like one-offs like TI or like League or League of Legends Worlds or things like that. Most people watch individual content creators, and even then they don't watch them competitively. So like I think esports is like slated to be this like multi-billion-dollar industry where people are just turning a fucking ton of profit, and it's supposed to supersede sports as this empire. There's just no evidence of that for so many reasons. But again, I have to really do a super big talk about this. CSGO is big sometimes. A lot of CSGO content has moved to other platforms because of licensing deals. So it's distributed. Like when you look at competitive gaming as a percentage of the people that watch gaming, which in of itself is a very small number that watch live streams. You have to keep that in mind. Watching live streams, you're already a niche, right? You're already a niche. If all you do is watch live streams, not even competitive live streams, not even esports streams. If all you do is watch live streams, you are a rarity already, right? Because there are, for every one of you people that watches a Twitch live stream, there's 200 people that watch VODs. And then there's, I don't even know how many more because my stats don't cover for that, right? But there's that do normal shit like watch TV and stuff. So you don't think it'll explode in our generation? Well, it's impossible for me to tell you what's going to happen in 10 years. Nobody with any confidence knows that. I'm just saying esports isn't like this like rampaging, steamrolling industry that's beating everything that people think it is. At this point in the current ecosystem, it's really a failing enterprise. Almost no teams are profitable. The teams that are profitable because they are upheld by apparel and brand. It has nothing to do with their competitive side. So people like 100 Thieves and Liquid and stuff like that are getting money off of drops. They're not getting money off of their competitive gaming, right? All of it is controlled by the publishers. The publishers make all the money. They have all the rights. They get all the benefit. They literally get everything. The teams see very little of that. The players see even less, and the viewership is not competitive in all but the most popular games like Fortnite, League of Legends, and even then that viewership is dog shit compared to normal streams where individual content creators get more viewership than the entire LCS on a normal day. Right? So like if XQC can get 80,000 playing Among Us and a normal LCS team can get like, you know, something versus something on a normal Saturday, like non-worlds, non-whatever, gets less than that, you should really do some fucking thinking. If an individual content creator who forgets to pay his fucking electric bill because he's so papega he doesn't fucking understand it, and he wakes up at 4 p.m. and gets on and streams 80,000 people on Among Us, if one person can beat a company of 4,000 people with $700 million in expenses per year, you should really think about your viewership and really think if that's a sustainable enterprise. How the hell are they still getting investment when they're still bleeding red so hard? Well, because like you have to think of it, first of all, there's a shit ton of money. We've had 11 years of the most successful economy known to man. And like there's a lot of VC capital and there's a lot of money to spend on things. Second of all, sports have a problem. Sports teams have a problem that is essentially insurmountable that they will spend any amount of money to fix, which is that their user base is aging up, right? The average person that watches baseball is like 47. The average person that watches basketball is like 42. So their user base is getting older and older. Sports people cannot convert younger people. We can't get you to care about baseball. Just can't do it. You guys just don't give a fuck, right? You'd rather watch other stuff. So the next logical leap for that is for sports teams to buy gaming teams in order to get them in order to basically leverage and secure themselves for the next 20 years. Now, if you're going to invest $20 million in an esports team and you're Madison Square Garden, which has a market cap of what? Fucking 3.6 billion. You spending that amount of money for an esports team is nothing, right? If your market cap is 3.6 billion and you're spending that kind of, you're spending a couple tens of millions for a bet, that's nothing, right? That's not a big deal to spend that kind of money. Yeah, it's not a big deal. So major teams in the NFL and the NBA and corresponding leagues are buying esports teams as a hedge against the potential downfall of sports in the next 20 years, which is not a bad bet, right? Now, it's also that like Bobby Kotick and other people like that are good salespeople. And they can sell things like esports very well to someone that's like a 65-year-old executive in an NFL team that's like, I don't understand what these kids are into, but my son talks about esports, right? And I think you'd be really surprised how little it takes at that level to convince, you know, a billionaire VC to like invest $10 million in something. The problem with esports is that there isn't an inherent game that requires a lot of raw mechanical skill. Basketball usually needs 10 to 15 years of experience, genetic lottery to become an average bench player. I disagree. I think that time is the same in video games. It's just that equity is paid earlier in life. So like people grind on League of Legends from the time they're like 14 to like 20, and then they get really good. So those years are still put in. It's just earlier than people notice. You saw firsthand how much it takes to be a pro in League. Yeah, I probably know that better than almost anybody. It's not that esports doesn't require a high amount of skill, and it's not that it isn't interesting to watch. It's that the current format makes this stale. You can only watch so many games of like TSM versus CLG or TSM versus Liquid or whatever before you just don't give a shit. And it's like the game staying power like isn't as good. Is one of the larger problems here the shorter lifespan of games? No. I mean, 9 out of the top 10 games on Twitch are all over 5 years old. So no. Older games are the most watched games. Older games are the most played games. World of Warcraft, League of Legends, GTA, right? So that's not a problem. A lot of people think that esports, like the big problem with esports is game cycles. But it's not. The turnover for esports is way higher than most professional leagues. It's getting better with franchising, but yeah, it's like 3 or 4 years still on average. So esports is still in its infancy. So if you ever watched, did anybody watch my YouTube video on the future of Twitch? It's such a boring video, but it's like one of the most important videos I've ever done. So the TLDR of this video is not that like Twitch is in its infancy. It's that some things don't get big. And that's actually the lesson of esports too. Not everything is going to be like 2 billion watched people. It's like here, let's use an analogy, right? Not every streamer is going to be XQC. There's only going to be like a couple of XQCs. And just because, like, I think we tend to think of Twitch as like, this is a platform that's eventually going to have 1 billion users. So like 1 in 7 people on Earth are going to watch Twitch. There is absolutely no evidence and really no way with the way that Twitch is going that that's ever going to happen. Ever. It's just not a thing, right? And this is the video that explains that. In the same way, I don't think esports is ever this like household name that like everybody has like watched. Like every single person in this room, in this chat right now, has watched like a baseball game or watched a little bit of basketball. And it won't be one of those things where like every single person in 20 years has like watched a League of Legends game. That's just not a thing. Like, that's just not a thing. I haven't not gonna. Why are you being like contrarian, dude? Just to do it. You haven't watched a game of basketball, really, ever in your life. Okay, dude. Yeah, of course. Like, you're just being contrarian for the sake of it. Just wasting my fucking time. Do you think that would change if games like League of Legends are streamed on cable TV? No, I just don't think they have the same level of accessibility. Like, I think it's just different. YouTube and Facebook will pass Twitch in the live stream market, then Amazon will nudge Twitch to become a better platform, so they'll have competition. I don't think that Twitch is capable of doing that, and it's like current form. I think YouTube is going to demonstrate what this live. We haven't seen what the live streaming market can actually be because Twitch is so bad at it. I think we're gonna. I think we're going to. We haven't seen everything yet. We're gonna see the true potential of live streaming when YouTube picks up. To some extent, we already are. Like, the numbers that have impressed me is like when you get 900,000 live users on a YouTube live stream, that's like interesting to me. I haven't seen anything on Twitch that's like really impressive yet, but on YouTube I have. It's in terms of like live streaming numbers. Every time we've tried to translate esports to TV, it's failed miserably. ESPN's done a lot of work on this, like G4. Yeah, Laserbeam, a single content creator, had 900K for Fortnite. That's like real numbers, right? Like, that's like real crazy numbers. You're kind of dumb to expect everyone to have watched a game of basketball. Basketball isn't popular in every country. Dude, I got... Okay, dude. How do I work with you? What do you want from this? Okay. So the example here, right, is every single person knows how the game of basketball is played, understands how a basketball game works, gets it, okay? Whereas most people in this chat can't name 50 to 100 champions in League of Legends. Okay. Or even explain like something like how a rotation works or the importance of like of Dragon and Baron and things like that. So like every single person in this chat has a rudimentary understanding of how basketball works, how the game is played. You understand what a three-pointer is. You understand what it means like to put the ball in the basket. Okay. And most people have watched an NBA clip, something like you are there. So there's a thing in marketing called brand awareness. Brand awareness means like everyone, household name and brand awareness means like you have a reasonable expectation of if I tell you something like Coca-Cola, okay? Every single person has probably drank, looked at, had some engagement with a Coca-Cola, okay? And there might be one guy in chat that's like, LOL, I don't know what Pepsi is, okay? Like, that is an anecdote. The point being that it is a household name, right? You all know what Hershey's is. You get it, okay? It's a bar of chocolate, right? So there is a sort of global consciousness and understanding of what basketball is, okay? I can go to fucking Thailand and I can go to like the village of BBBB and I can be like, how does basketball work? And if I translate that person to me, they will tell me you put a ball in a basket. And what I am saying is that there will probably never be that kind of widespread exposure for esports for a lot of reasons. If I go to BBBB and I say, hey, how does an ADC work, right? They will be like, dude, I have no fucking idea, right? Asia as a continent has a lot more viewership for esports than on online content creation. No, listen, okay. Everything in life is relative, okay? So if China has more viewership for live streams, what's the difference between China and America? Why would it be that China has more viewership for live streams? Could it be that they have 1.2 billion people? Okay, like of course there's more viewership because it's relative to the total population. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's more popular, right? It just means that it's relative to the actual numbers. The majority of China is subsistence farming, okay? They're growing fucking rice. They're not watching League of Legends. And for that matter, we also have to get really technical about what a viewer is once we get over there. Because the way that China aggregates their viewership is very different from the way that Twitch does. So if you come into my stream and you sit here for 6 seconds, it contextualizes you as a view. Whereas like if you're on like an embed of like a Doyu post that you're scrolling by, it counts you as like a view for like 30 minutes. So to translate those people into real humans is difficult. There's not as many of them as you think. So I don't know. I don't know why I'm getting like hardcore nickel and dime today. But this is the thing I was talking about with Ethan the other day. Like these strawman arguments, right? Here is my core premise. Esports as a industry will never be a household or brand name on the trajectory that it's on, barring something that I'm not anticipating, like some kind of weird change in technology, project things into your head, things like that. And I don't think that is a unfair assessment. In the same way that Twitch will never have 1 billion users, right? Like it'll never. I will never be able to go to like an Eskimo and be like, what is League of Legends? And I will be able to go to an Eskimo and be like, what is basketball? And they might be like, well, I've never seen an NBA game, but you put the basket in the hoop. I think that's very fair to say. Now, never is a very strong word. And maybe in like the year 2500, when we're all either nuclear waste because fucking Trump finally pushed the button, or because we're enlightened beings that have all reached Buddhahood, I don't know what's going to happen, okay? Like, maybe in 2500, we're all flying Eve ships, and esports is like the business, okay? It's impossible to tell. But on the trajectory that esports is on, there is no indication that it becomes what everyone thinks it is, which is like this like multi-billion user, super profitable, unbelievable success big thing. Same with Twitch, right? If you're asking me to predict the future in like 200 years, like obviously I can't do that, right? Like right now, it doesn't look like Twitch is even going to be in the ecosystem in 7 to 10 years. It'll be like a very niche thing. But YouTube, like Twitch market share dropping 4 to 5% a quarter is a very crazy thing. And I haven't looked at the other stream stats right now, which we need to do. Is one of the big things we need to do on the stream. We'll probably do it tomorrow. Almost 100% we'll do it tomorrow. I feel like I have something else to do tomorrow. I think I have to meet with Arcadum. I think we're meeting with Arcadum tomorrow live to talk about his business. So I think that's a thing. But beyond that, if we have time, I'll do the state of the stream, which I've been meaning to do, which is like going over the last quarter. But the quarter before that, they dropped 4%. And that's really haunting if you understand market share. A niche thing, I don't know. Streaming seems like it would be the present and the future. It's a great way to connect with people. Cool. Thank you for your entirely anecdotal and not at all empirical response. Every single stat that I know suggests that you're wrong. What would YouTube need to do that? Twitch doesn't do. For YouTube to actually start threatening Twitch's daily active user base? YouTube is threatening it. It's already happening. It's just that the market perception is different from what's actually happening. People don't see it. It takes like some... God, it's weird. Stuff can be happening in a market or in a business, in an industry, and nobody sees it until it's like time to see it. It's really hard to explain. Like, so I see it because I'm looking at the stats every day. And like to somebody that understands like market share, if I tell you that Twitch lost 4% market share to YouTube in a quarter, you'd be like, holy shit. But the vast majority of people are like, Twitch is fucking dominating. It's doing super good. No problem. I don't know how to describe to you that like there will be a day where everyone just accepts this. And I don't know how it comes or when it comes, because as much as I understand about marketing, I don't at all understand like mass psychology. There's something that needs to happen, trigger in people's brains, to make this happen. It's hard to describe. At what point do you personally swap to YouTube? I probably don't, but I'm not a full-time content creator. I think it would take me a lot of effort and time to. I mean, if anything, I might become like exclusively VOD, but I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't think I live stream on Twitch. I think I go down with a ship. What if and could Discord open a streaming service? No. Don't think so. Twitch is dying. It's just not growing fast enough. It's not dying. It's not like MySpace. It's just which content creators would do better on YouTube than Twitch? Almost all of them, safe to say, including new ones. Does Twitch's expansion into other non-gaming verticals, namely music and sports, affect your short-term outlook on the platform? No, definitely not. Just Twitch has like a lot of problems. The other thing that I think is like the elephant in the room is like, dude, Twitch is losing money, like a lot of money, like a real lot of money. Like an Amazon is like, what the fuck, a lot of money. That's why they're pushing for ads. Like that's why they're pushing for a lot of this stuff, right? Like, when you're owned by Google, Amazon's a different culture, right? Like when you're owned by Google, Google can be like, okay, YouTube, you can lose money for 7 years because we understand that you are like the prime VOD platform and we understand what this is supposed to be. Amazon's not like that though. Amazon cares a lot more about profitability and they don't have a vested interest. This is a talk we've done, but like they don't have a vested interest in Twitch like YouTube does. YouTube has a vested interest in YouTube. Or sorry, Google has a vested interest in YouTube because YouTube is an ad platform. Google monetizes via ads. They did $30 billion in ads last quarter. The way that Google makes money is ads. But that's not Amazon. Amazon makes products based on Amazon makes money based on products and services. They sell shit. So Amazon doesn't have a vested interest in keeping Twitch up as a platform in the long term if it keeps losing money. They don't care because they don't have like a competitive ad product like Google AdWords. Their ad platform's only dynamic for their sellers on Amazon. And also, like, they make so much more money off of AWS and whatever. They don't care. You're looking great. Thanks, man. I feel great. Thank you. Video streaming is expensive. Is Twitch paying for AWS infrastructure they not have? Well, they're owned by Amazon, so AWS is just taking the hit, right? But that's not something that YouTube really like. That's not something that like Amazon still has to pay that money, right? Like it's still money that Amazon has to pay. I don't know. Short term, long term, not good. I wouldn't start as a content creator on Twitch right now. And I think I need to do a state of the stream to explain that. This is the first quarter that I would say very confidently that I think YouTube is a better option for almost all creators, with a few exceptions. And those exceptions are like Shroud or like people that have like really big followings here. And I think I can beat the prevailing perception by quite a bit that it's still Twitch, because most people probably think it's still Twitch. Shroud would do better on YouTube. I'm not sure. I'm not sure he would. I think he's one of the very rare exceptions that he wouldn't. But you could be right. I'm not sure. Twitch's community building wins right now, or am I wrong? Streamer community, I feel like YouTube is a wide audience. Depends on how much importance you put on individual community. I think that community is important. in the sense that like a Twitch chat still looks very different from a YouTube chat, but that's changing. Like YouTube communities are definitely very bad, but they're being cultivated better. If you go look at like Courage JD streams or Valkyrie or things like that, they're very good. Don't believe everything you read, Thomas. What's the doomsday scenario for Twitch? It just becomes something like a MySpace and gets beat up by people like YouTube and Facebook and like maybe some other competitors. I don't think that's likely. I think Twitch will always have a place. It just won't be like, it won't be the biggest. Like, I think people are taking this like Twitch is gonna like die or something. Like, it's not what I'm saying. It's just, it's like, I'm not saying like Twitch is gonna like disappear and there's not gonna be anything there. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that when you think of live streaming, you won't think of Twitch. You'll think of YouTube. It just won't like be this like absolute dominating thing. And it's really hard to imagine that right now because of where we're at. But this is what makes good business people different from great business people, is that you can see future trends. It seems unbelievable right now that YouTube would be the thing we think of when about live streaming. But it seemed unbelievable when MySpace was dominating that something like Facebook would come along. Always seems like that. It always seems like in the moment that it is just impossible for something to topple. If it's good, it's always good. And if it's bad, it's always bad. It's just how human beings think. But that's not how the world works, right? The world works on trends. The world works on the world's moving all the time. Things are changing. I don't fully understand what's keeping YouTube from streaming dominance. Just like a UI update. That's basically it. Like right now, it's very difficult to navigate, and they haven't put a lot of attention into it. But this is something that like a few interns could fix in like 6 months. It's way less than you would think. And to some extent, like community. What about Facebook gaming? I think it's growing at a pretty decent rate. I don't think that Facebook gaming will compete with YouTube or Twitch. But I could be wrong. I mean, there's 2 billion users. It depends on the kind of importance they put on it. It's really hard for me to describe a trend that's coming in the future when you don't see it. Like, I'll give you another example, right? In the next like 5 to 7 years, you'll be doing like most of your stuff over voice. Like 5 to 10 years maybe. Most of the stuff you do will be over voice. Like the way that you interact with a lot of stuff will be voice. You'll give a voice command and it'll do something. So it'll be like, hey Alexa, order me. Oh, sorry, I have probably activated like a million fucking Alexas. You know, hey this, order me a pizza or whatever, and it will. And like right now, you can't think of that. It seems like really weird, right? Like that you'd ask for a pizza and then it would come and that would be how you do things. But it will be how you do things. Like voice will be a very big part of everybody's life. You'll be controlling your house through it. You'll be ordering most of your products through it. You'll be translating things. You'll be dictating for emails, things like that. Like when I say something like if it will get to the point where I can dictate probably the next 5 years perfectly exactly what I want to say into an email, and you'll be using voice to do that. You'll ask some like an Alexa or a Google Voice or something like that what the weather is, right? And it just seems very unlikely that'll be the case. Me telling you that like voice will be that big in like the next like 5 to 7 years is like really hard to see, but it will happen. How do you know this? Because it's my job to analyze market trends. So I see statistics before the market sees them. I see trends that are happening before other people see them because it's my job to do so. So like I can see adoption of products and services in the number. It's like if you go to a doctor and you get your blood work done, you can tell that you're pre-diabetic before you have symptoms. So in the same way, because I have the data, I can tell you that like XYZ is likely to happen, not guaranteed, right? Because I have data that's pointing to it that precedes the market perception. The perception of normal, of like average people is always way behind what's happening. This is why, like in stock markets, when everyone hears about something, it's probably a bad idea to invest because it's probably already at its high, right? It's very likely that it's going to go down from there because probably if everyone's already heard about it, then they're already making a decision on it. The smart people have already gotten in when they saw the trend. He saw the Among Us trend before that was big. Yeah, well, I mean that's like an incredibly easy thing for me to do, right? Because like I it's like I could tell you any game, what any game is going to do on Twitch before it does it. And anybody can do this. It's just if you just pay attention to it. It's just my job to pay attention to it. And I can't see everything, but it makes me look like cool as fuck. That's why we call me Nostradamus, right? Like if you go on my YouTube, it's full of predictions of stuff that was going to happen. And it looks like I can tell the future, but I can't. I see the stats. Anybody can do this. Like I see the stats and then I'm like, okay, this is likely to happen. Especially if you've been doing this for years and years and years, you start to see trends happen over and over again. Like, okay, I saw this happen. Okay, I can see this is going to happen. Things like that, yeah. How will Cyberpunk do? Really well, but it will only be like really relevant on Twitch for like 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3 weeks, and then it will fall off. Maybe probably sooner. And that depends to some extent on like other things. Like Cyberpunk will be a game that basically gets covered 24/7. It'll have probably an average of, I'd say, 250 to 300K viewers in the category in the first like 1 to 10 days. After that, it will drop off by about 30% every 2 or 3 days until it normalizes at about like at way less, like whatever your average game category is. What about when they release multiplayer? It won't matter. Is there such things as anomalies in the stats? Yeah, sure, all the time, and those are always interesting. We often cover things like that on the stream. If so, sometimes something will happen that I don't expect or I don't see, and then I'll do a video about it because maybe a market condition changed, or maybe I just didn't see it, or maybe it's like unexpected. XQC will beat it in 7 hours before it's even available. Yep, it's like we're in like literally the worst timeline. People will literally watch XQC play it in early access before anybody can even play it, and then not buy the game and enjoy it themselves because they just watched him beat it. That's happened for most of the single player games, and like we're in such a shit timeline. Holy fuck, it's so bad. I make a really big effort to not watch streamers play games for that reason, that I want to play. Thanks for the 3. Too quick, appreciate it. Hang on 1 second. kind of want more tea before we do our next talk, man. I think that'd be really good. And then we're gonna do the talk on Twitch soundtrack, right? Hey, thanks, Too Quick. Appreciate it, man. Good to hear. Which streamers do you watch regularly? Not many. I watch a lot of like Path of Exile streamers like Zizaran, Steel Mage, because I'm interested in it. Like actual like other streamers, I pretty much like only watch like maybe Moon, Soda, when he's doing something that's like variety games. What the fuck? There's like a girl like dancing in the parking lot. It's weird. Okay. How do you like the new league? I love the new league. Heist is some of the most fun that I've had in a long time on Path of Exile. I don't watch Dr. K now. Not generally. Okay. I want to get some tea, and then I know you guys want you want to talk about Twitch soundtracks, so we'll do that. Do you watch any of Arcadum's D&D sessions outside your own? I watched Broken Bonds and Shattered Crowns, but Shattered Crowns is done now, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. If Arcadum's on and I don't have anything to watch, I'll watch it. But I generally think that outside of like very few Twitch streams, that most content on Twitch is just like not interesting. How's the prep going for D&D Friday? I haven't been putting in as many hours voice acting as I want to this week. I need to spend some more time at the office doing it. My character portrait's done, which is fucking awesome. John did it. John finished it, and it's fucking literally amazing. It is so above and beyond what I could envision for the character. It is absolutely incredible. Like, he's just like, it's so good. It's so good. Absolutely unbelievable. It's exactly the character that I envisioned. He spent a shitload of time on it. I posted in the Discord. Yeah. You guys should join the Discord. You always see all this stuff. Fucking shit posting. Sorry. It is actually so good. Yeah. No, the next thing I'm going to do is I don't care about the esports award thing. That's a fucking meme. Next thing we're going to do is the Twitch soundtrack talk when my water heats up. It's Twitch TV/John Silva. I have it in the announcements section on Discord, which you guys should join. Could I get unbanned from the Discord? I don't know. What did you do? Yeah, it depends. You got to ask Kafira or Andy what you did. I don't know what you did. Is the whole group's art now John Silva? I think everybody besides RFL Gator didn't talk to him. But John spent a shitload of time. I felt like my character was the most complex. And I did a lot of work on how she ought look. And I told John at the beginning of the week, because he was like, he was like sort of over okay and everything with me. Like he was like, okay, like what do you think of this? What do you think of this? And I'm like, John, listen, I'm gonna write the description of the character, which you can see it's in the character's profile. Oh, we need to update it because we actually have the photo, so I need to put the photo in. But this is the original character and how she was like kind of slated to look that I got inspired by. And yeah, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about our D&D show with Arcadum on Fridays, which is a show I do with Moon, Soda, Surefour, RFL Gator, and Vigor. And it's amazing. It's an incredible show. Great group. But I had a lot of inspiration. So I said, John, listen, like, here's what you need to do. Like, go, are these real people? Some of them are. Yeah, like some of them are from Pinterest and stuff. I'm like, listen, dude, go to the lab, like, sit back, think about how you want this character to look in your vision, and go do it. Don't come to me for anything. Don't ask me if anything is okay. Just go make it. And if you make it in your own image as you envision it to be, based on what I've given you, it will be amazing. And then he did that, and that's what this was. So this was like all his inspiration. Like the hat, it like adds so much to her that I could never have like really envisioned myself, right? But it's because she's going for that fallen noble look, but she's fucked up, right? Like, it's such a fucking good picture. He did it. He got it 100% right. This is more than I could have ever envisioned the character to be. Coconut says, have I been working on scouring it? I'm actually working on another drawing of her, but fully rendered. Oh yeah. I saved your artwork, of course. You can just add me on, or just give me your Discord name and I'll add you. I saved all your art of Wisp. I loved it. It was great. This one? Like I have it on hand. I thought it was really, really cool what you did. Yeah. It was really neat that you wanted to draw my character. So I'm, okay, sure. I'll add you. You can message me with whatever if you want. I think you're very talented. If you ever need anything, let me know. What time is it? Okay. I got to do this talk soon. Yeah, you're very talented. For sure. RFL Gator dislikes being called RFL or RFL Gator. Interesting, being that is his brand name, but okay. He likes being called by his real name, Rob. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that, okay? If I'm on Twitch, I'm going to refer to someone by their streamer name. If I refer to Rob, it could be some random fucking guy that I know on the street. Like Rob is not a household name. But I get it, yeah. I'll just qualify it. I shall call him Rob, yeah. Unless he rebrands to twitch.tv/Rob. Then I'll call him Rob. Yes. Rob will get her. How are you doing? I'm really good. I wish I was streaming more right now. I apologize. I think that my hours are pretty low lately. That's even for me too. But I just had a lot going on. Rob TV. But I'm doing really well, all things considered. A couple of hiccups in life, but always is. Yeah, so this is literally like the way that I envision this character in every single way. It's unbelievably good. Okay, I need to get some more tea. We got to do our Twitch soundtrack. People are waiting for that. And I need to order some food, which will take 2 seconds because I already know what I want. Have you spoken to Dr. K before? Who's that? Okay. Let's do caviar. Yeah. I was the dude that helped bring Dr. K over to Twitch. Do you think TV branding and username is bad and weak branding? Generally, yes. Does Devin focus more on character building or mechanics? I'm an RPer. I'm a shameless RPer. I'm just a total simp for RP, and I just want to be in character 24/7. Okay. Hold on, I'm ordering food, chat. Last time they got my fucking sandwich wrong. That was ridiculously traumatizing. The fact that I can roleplay as a noble bard gothic girl in front of 50,000 people and everyone thinks it's awesome. It's fucking great. And I think I want to have like a component of Dungeons and Dragons in my life, like always. I always want to be doing something with it. We're going to be ending Empires of Arcadia because frankly, it's a time thing. Like it runs from 6 p.m. to 10. It's just too much time for me. Hi, I really enjoy your stream. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate you. That's really nice of you. Yeah, I play all the RPGs, dude. Everything. Like, I'll be like 100%ing Baldur's Gate. I'm that guy. You know what I mean? I was surprised that there weren't any haters. It's actually amazing. I can't believe. So you guys, like, where are the trolls, right? Like, holy shit. I was expecting, like, I haven't gotten a single one. 50,000 people watching that fucking show. Not a single person was like, you fucking suck. I can't believe it. Like, holy shit. Thank you. The trolls are in DGG. Unironically, yeah. Like by proportion, I saw some. Oh, maybe I don't read I don't read chat. Like I wouldn't be on stream while I'm role playing. Like I would never do that. Yeah, I super appreciate it. Like it's weird to get away from DGG community, and the community feels. DGG community is really, really bad. Yeah. It's insane. The Arcadum fan base is super, super good. It's so different. I love Flintheart and how you portrayed him. I felt like I never could get into that character because it was mostly an out-of-character campaign, but thank you, yeah. Thanks, Magnum. Fucking awesome, dude. That's super cool. Very nice comment, man. Appreciate you. Where is that guy? Yeah, it just goes to show how different communities are. Like, it can be really crazy. I've done about, I gifted him a sub because I thought he was so cool. I've done about 7 or 8 hours of voice acting. I want to get in like another 5 or 6 before Friday's session. Kevin Shadow got more bits since the end of the month. He got me. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the 5. Appreciate it. Thank you. It's weird because CR's community is super split between toxicity and cool people. The CR Arcadum where is 99% positive. I think because Arcadum's community is sourced differently than CR's. Like, D&D gatekeepers are pretty common in like traditional D&D, and that's where a lot of Critical Role's community is sourced by. Whereas like most of Arcadium's community is sourced from like other streamers. And I think that adds to like the positivity. You're doing legit voice acting classes? Yeah, for Wisp, yeah. Yeah, like I feel bad because sometimes I see like Matt Mercer literally getting ass blasted because like the fucking community is just so bad on Critical Role a lot of the time. It seems really frustrating to deal with. Can you do the voice? Not right now. It takes me a long time. I'd have to like change my pitch and like fuck with my larynx and shit. Sonic Rider, thanks for the 5, man. Let's go. Appreciate that. Gonna add you to it's the last day. Thank you. Yeah, it takes me like probably 10, 15 minutes to like build up the voice for it. CR community is brutal. I stopped watching it live. Yeah, the gatekeeping in D&D is like so bad. It's really amazing that I don't see it at all in Arcadium's community. Like, well, it was suboptimal to cast Sleep there. Actually, if you cast Dissonant Whispers at level 2, it would have been a more efficient use of DPS. Like, there's just a lot of that type of stuff going on, and I don't really see it in Arcadium's community at all. Now, granted, also, I've done a lot of stuff to like kind of like gate myself out of it. Like, I just don't... I just don't interact with chat whatsoever. I have no chat open. Like when I'm RPing in like the Arcadium campaign, I'm in. I don't even have Discord open. I'm just there. Like, so there might be some negativity going on. Like I'm sure between like Soda's chat, Moon's chat, like there's probably something, but I just try my best and I just don't. Yeah. And I especially don't have like for Empires of Arcadia, my other campaign, I never read chat. Never fucking ever do I read chat. Holy shit. I'm going to put Kevin's shadow on here too. Because I will quit the campaign. I almost quit the campaign, like really early in it. I almost quit the campaign because I was getting so much negativity. Emails, fucking Twitter. I was getting death threats, literal death threats on Twitter because of a fucking dwarf I played in a fantasy game. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Out of all the crazy shit that I say, like all the fucking crazy shit that I say about FaZe Clan and stuff like that, and like Keemstar and stuff, really, you're going to get me on the dwarf? Like, come on, man. Like, yeah, like, and not just one, like, not just like one, like a lot of them, like an unreasonable amount. And it's just, do you take those threats like super seriously? Nah, fuck it, dude. I don't. A big part of that is because I'm very confident in myself. Like, it would be, I don't like talking about this on Twitch because this makes me sound like, say it to my face, not online, motherfucker, see what happens. But like, I've been in martial arts all my life. I'm a competitively ranked martial artist. Unless someone brings a gun to it, it's going to be a hard time. I don't give a fuck. Like, if someone wants to stop me on the street and fucking, let's go. I'm good, man. Fight me at PAX, etc., whatever. But it's never going to come to that. It's just a fucking angsty fucking 12-year-old with a fucking keyboard that doesn't talk to his dad anymore. And it's just mad at the world, so he's taking it out on my fucking dwarf. That's what it is. Like, it's never like a legitimate thing. Now, that's not to say that, like, I think there are situations where you should absolutely take death threats, like, really seriously. Like, if you're a girl streamer in particular, right, and you're getting stalked or something like Sweet Anita has talked about, those are very serious issues, and I don't mean to downplay them, right? Those are really big. That's a really big deal. That's something you pay attention to right away. But with something like me, like, yeah, some nerd wants to fuck with me, like, let's go. It's all good. They better bring an assault rifle because it's going to be tough. Hector talked about the reason why he brought the CLG to him and said about you. Wait, what did he say about it? What is this nonsense that I unplugged your router? You did! You did! You fucking did! Okay, I was here for 30 minutes today, and before my stream, I was wandering around. I'm like, why the fuck can't I connect to my mixer? And I was wandering around my office, and I couldn't figure it out. And so I wasn't streaming because I couldn't access my mixers on a wireless router. And then Matt comes in and like looks around for 2 seconds, and he's like, oh, you charged your phone. So Ethan, you just think that every place that you walk into, you own the place. And you're not wrong. Okay, what do you mean I did it? I didn't do. Why would I unplug my own router? What the fuck? It's right here, dude. It's you. The black thing down there. You definitely unplugged that and totally didn't ask the question of what it was. Where's the extreme ownership here? I know it was you. I didn't charge my phone. Who could it have been? Was it me? Did I Why would I do it? Did I do it? Wait, let me think about this. Why would I have done it? It was you all along? Seriously, I did not do it. Oh, shit. Am I just gaslighting Ethan? Hang on, let me think. In what universe would I have... Wait, I need to go, like, into the, like, I need to go into, like, the collective unconscious. We need to go fucking Jungian on this shit. I've got to, like, remember my past lives and figure out how this happened. Okay, there's two options. Option number one, three options. Let's go from most extreme to least extreme. Option number one, I have explosive Alzheimer's. I disconnected it, and I can't remember. Option number two, the cleaners came in, unplugged it, plugged in a vacuum cleaner, and never replugged it in. Option number three, it was you. My phone was on my desk. Okay, I will change my stream announcement title to Ethan might have unplugged it, okay? Is that better? Instead now you're No, sorry, I got a message. You're not actually streaming right now. It's just a very advanced disorder. Damn, that's fucked. Okay, we're going to change the stream announcement to Ethan might have done it. Ethan might have... Only to find... Allegedly, Ethan might have... Okay, I changed it. You're off the hook. Sort of. I still think it was you. I don't care. I was just giving you shit. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not like blaming you. I don't if it doesn't come off that way. What's up, Gucci? How you doing? I'll blame I can blame I can blame the cleaners over my best friend, dude. It sounds like a better thing. Oh yeah, we make a YouTube video. You won't believe former Amazon VP sabotages my office. Find out why. Gone sexual. I'm waiting for doors to open in Heist. Same. I'm waiting for a patch so that doors open faster. I've been saving all of my Heist contracts for whenever the patch comes. Oh! What's this update? Oh! It might happen. It's not the patch. Fuck. It's not the patch? It's not the doors patch? I just want... When's the rewards patch, Gucci? Do we know? Nop? Fuck. The truth behind the unplugged router. I got debated. The big patch is tomorrow. You're guessing though, right? So we're waiting on a patch in Path of Exile that fixes the rewards for Heist, so I'm not running a lot of contracts right now. Gucci, do you want to criticize my build, dude? I've got like a super meme. Are you good at Spectres? You're good at everything. Let me see. He doesn't want to do this. I'm forcing him to. He's just here to watch the stream and be left alone. I'm leveling a Spectre now. Do you think that me going down to Wind Dancer is a meme? The idea was to stack less damage because I'm using Juju and I'm also fuck. Is it wait, really? Wind Dancer is so good. 20% less damage? What's your block? It's shit. If I don't have Sanctuary yet. My block is very bad. But I feel like the 20% less damage is really good. You want high avoidance with Wind Dancer? I feel like the most important part of this skill is the 20% less damage so you don't get one shot. I feel like that's the most important part. Because if you're getting hit okay, so I'm using, sorry chat, give me like 2 seconds and then we'll talk about Twitch sound. I'm using this meme, Anomalous Arctic Armor, Elemental, and Enhance. And then I'm using the Magnus Shield, which I think is like secretly pretty busted. So the idea is that I reduce damage off of Spectres because I have Juju, another 20% off of this, and it feels very tanky. And then there's a bunch of damage reduction around here too. Basalt and Granite also. If you're getting hit all the time, it's never up. That's true. It's up for bosses, though. So if I get... And that's like where I'm likely to get hit is like by a one-shot, right? I do understand it's like a 16-point investment. Crystal Skin, since you're right there, is not bad. What is that? What's Crystal Skin? Oh, God. Hang on. We got to pull up the big boy shit. Oh, you mean thick skin? Oh, shit. Hang on. This is the Path of Exile skill tree. Oh, that's really good. Okay. I'm so low on points. Like, what is this for ants? Okay, there we go. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, this is good. I don't know. I feel like I might be able to... Do I have your Discord? Let me see. I want to enlist your services. Do you do consulting? I do have your Discord. Good. Because I need to do this. How does one get into PoE? I don't know. Let me know when you know. Because there's a lot of options I could do if I got this 16 points back. I could take a shit ton of block, go into jewels. Like Jewel, things like that. But I feel so tanky with Wind Dancer. Also, I need to make up this deck somehow. But I guess you could do that through like expertise and shit like that. Yeah, this is not a game for casual people. This is a game for people that wear a diaper for a living. Yeah, if you don't mind having a session with me to talk about it a little bit. Is this the OP Spectre character? Yeah, it feels so tanky, actually. But there's more. I don't know. There's like... So I talked to Lightly a little bit about this, and Lightly said that he would rather trade like 8k life than like go to Wind Dancer. But the thing is, so Gucci, I'm also running Vitality, and I'm also running Sovereignty, so I can run Vitality, Hatred, and Arctic Armor. I don't know if Arctic Armor is a meme. Vitality is really good. Yeah, he isn't a fan of Wind Dancer. Yeah. Vitality is really, really good. Like, it stops you against a lot of like small hits. I think people are sleeping on it really hard. I don't know. I need to do a session with Gucci, dude. Because I'm not actually sure how these shake out. Block does the same thing. The same thing as what? Is the belt as OP? Yeah, it's OP. Small hit mitigation. Fuck, that's true. Well then, okay, if I don't have Wind Dancer, how am I stopping getting one shot from bosses? What's up, Puvian? Good shit, man. Tier 3! You're a god, dude. Thank you. If I don't have Wind Dancer, how do I stop getting one shot from bosses? By doing mechanic as well? Yeah, that's not a good answer. Okay, fuck off. Such a shit answer. Play better is not a good answer. Like, I can't... There's no way. Like, I'm gonna fucking die. Holy. Good timing on Bone Armor Hebs. I don't even have Uberweb. I'm level 90. I don't have Uberweb. Because, I can't get my trials. I don't have Uberlab because I can't get my trials. I don't have them. Aren't you on trade? Yeah, I am. And I can't get my trials. I have one trial left. It's terrible. Do you have the +1 Spectre Delve chest? No. How am I going to get that, dude? What? Like, you know how hard that is to get? It's fucking insane. There's no fucking way I'm going to get that shit, dude. Zizarin is saying nowadays you need to just stack evasion. The meta is to avoid everything. Okay, I'm willing to bet Gucci hasn't died this league. Zizarin's died 7 times. All right, so I'm going to trust the guy that says that evade isn't good. That's what I... Straight up, dude. I died 6 times in the first 18 hours. Okay, so we're going to trust Steel Mage. We're going to trust the guy that hasn't died this league. And Steel Mage says evade isn't good. Steel Mage isn't building any... How did you die 6 times? What do you mean? What the fuck? How can that be? I played Melee? Oh, God. Steel played Melee, too. He didn't die. Didn't he start Melee? He started Chieftain, I think. Oh, God. I need someone really smart to figure this out. Because I don't know if this investment is too much. Maybe it is. Mizkif worked on something awesome the past few weeks.
What the fuck is this? Please go back, go back, go back. Fuck, why isn't the button working? Go back.
Why did you link me this? Can I get a ban on this guy?
Mitch Jones, the rat tuber.
Go back to real Mice Keith.
Mitch Jones, the rat tuber. Nice. Dreams do come true. Now that's a match made in heaven.
No, don't really time him out. When I say, can we get a ban on this guy, I don't really mean it. Sorry.
So annoying. Holy shit. Stop.
He's not using a voice changer, so I think it's he's not getting an A for effort, dude. That's like you barely passed the mission on Metal Gear Solid. He gets a bad grade. Not using a voice changer? Come on, dude. How much time did you really put into it? I'm disappointed. I expect more from Twitch's preeminent content creator. Okay, the final answer for the PoE thing is I just have to test 2 versions of the build and see which is better. That's actually what I have to do. But Gucci's answer to how do I not get one shot is play better, which makes me inclined to keep Wind Dancer. Because that's not a solution. That is not a solution. Okay, we got to do the Twitch soundtrack thing. All right, I'm sorry. Just don't get hit, forehead. Oh, good shit. Don't get hit, forehead. Yee boy. We have added a widget in ModView that lets you manage unbanned requests. Channel banned users can submit an appeal through the chat column, which you can review and take action on anonymously. Cool. Good idea. Also good because this adds streamer content. Pretty sure POB can tell you which gives you one more one hit and combine EHP. How? Yeah, band reviews are good content. Did I make my tea ever? Did I ever do that? I didn't. Oh my fuck. Blup, blup, blup. It calculates it? Really? Go under calc tool. Under effective health tool. Okay, and I'm looking for the larger one. Oh man, that's Pog. Hi, jokes aside, I love what you're doing for the community. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Where the fuck? Okay, I don't have a spoon. Yeah, we asked Ethan for the timeout thing. Hold on. Holy shit, it's already like 5. Okay, we need to literally do... I'm going to pour this tea. No more distractions, chat. No more distractions. We're doing the Twitch sound talk. And then I got to go. Because my fucking... This is like the last week this will happen. Normally I'll be able to go later. This is the last like Empires of Arcadia session. Or the second to last. I'll be able to go a bit later and then I can go home at night. It'd be nice. Why is everyone saying Eve battle? No. I gotta go to D&D. I wish I was going to the Eve battle, dude. I can't. Yeah, sorry I haven't been streaming for longer. I'll make it up to you guys maybe. All right. No more distractions. Let's do this. Have we agreed together? No more distractions. This is the talk that people are waiting for. Not a single question. Don't ask me a single question in chat. Ever again. Why not? Because I will not answer any more questions. Not a single one. Why not? Because we have to focus, chat. So that means no more answered questions. Not a single one. Stop abusing your power. Kafira, turn that shit off. All right. All right. God damn this guy. What do we pay him for? All right. Here we go. Without further ado. We're talking about Twitch sound. Track. I got my tea. I got my jammies. Everything's good. Okay. Listen up. Where's my thing? Where's my thing? Where's my thing? My notes are here. Okay. Flap. All right. Twitch soundtrack by Twitch. At first, I didn't think that this was a very interesting thing to go over. So I wasn't going to. But now I do think it's interesting because I learned more about it. I'm trying to find where my food order is. Where the fuck did it go? I guess it's just not... Did I close it? Oh, no. Oh, no. We're not going to be able to find our food. We're not going to know when it gets here. All right, we're good. Okay. All right. Twitch soundtrack. We need the notepad. Busting it out. I think that this is a very important discussion because if you look, this is sort of a continuation of the DMCA thing that I've been talking about for a long time on Twitch. Now, you can look at my 2 videos on this, which explain this. Number 1 was the looming problem on Twitch for DMCA, which was me predicting this was going to happen. When it did happen, this was the video that I made about it. And you can sort of get everything about the problem with DMCA from Twitch DMCA Problems Explained. So we are not going over how DMCA works today because I already did it over here, and you can look at it there. What we are going to talk about is how music licensing works, and we're going to go into the magical and wonderful world of copyrights. And Twitch introducing Twitch Soundtrack. Is this the best thing that's ever come to Twitch creators, or is it just another low-effort meme by Twitch to try to make things better? Find out today on this episode of Devin Nash TV. Okay. Introducing Twitch Soundtrack by Twitch. Rights cleared music for all Twitch creators. Wow. We're excited to announce a new creator tool that we've been developing over the past year. We know how important music is to you, so we made some. Check it out. There's a vast library of songs from fresh, independent artists that are cleared worldwide listening during your live streams. That's cool, right? Very neat. Also, music from Soundtrack is separated from its own audio channel, so you can play the music on the stream without worrying about your archives being muted. Now, that is actually a really neat feature. What that means is that when you are streaming on OBS, you can have multiple different audio inputs or audio outputs or sources. So if I separate my audio sources, you guys could hear the music in real time with me, but on the VOD and the archive itself, it would not appear. Meaning that because of the way that licensing works, which is what we're going to get into today, just because something is licensed on Twitch to be used doesn't necessarily mean that something is licensed on YouTube to be used. So that means that like the same music could be copyrighted on YouTube because the licensing doesn't work that way. And it's very annoying to try to understand how this works, but that's what we're here today to explain. So let's begin. Okay, so you can see the list of people that they have here. Now, notably, many of the people that they are working with are people that they have already had some kind of relationship with. So they haven't like really reached out to like a lot of people that are with huge catalogs, but you're kind of seeing a lot of the standard stuff here. Notably, though, there are some that are pretty cool, like Nuclear Blast, for example, which covers a lot of metal. That's of particular interest to me as a huge metal fan. And then there's some other people like DistroKid that could potentially be a very large user base. Repost, same type of thing, depending. So we just have to see the list. As of now, we haven't yet. But it's important to understand how licensing works. So for licensing and copyright is a utter shit show, basically, on Twitch. And we're going to explain kind of how that works right now. So to understand how this works, where do I even begin? I think the simplest way to explain it is that for every music license, so for a single, for the ability to play a music track, any music track, you essentially need 3 licenses, okay? Jesus Christ, my food like teleported here. There's no way it's already here. That's insanity. How can that be? That was like the fastest thing that's ever happened. You're kidding me, right? Hold on. I might have to take a second to go grab that. He's like here. How can that be? If I don't go get it, he's gonna go like teleport my food to another office. They're gonna eat it. And I will be very upset. Arcadem checked most watched channels, and he's #1 now. I don't know if that's true, as he may not know exactly how to read those stats. He's very close, but he's not there. 900,000 hours versus 1 million hours. Very, very close. He should. It's like I told him, he should eclipse it in the next 30 days. Maybe over a short period of time, but that can't be compared, right? Because Critical Role only streams on Thursdays. Wait, so where is this guy? Hold up. I know I said no distractions. Hang on. It said your guy is nearby. What the fuck? He's not nearby at all. I said no distractions. We've been distracted. Please come to me with this food so that I may continue. Oh, shit. I put in the wrong address. Fuck me. Oh my God, it's the wrong address. I delivered it to my house. Oh my fucking God. Holy shit. I'm so fucked. God damn it. I have to ask my girlfriend to bring it here. She's gonna. Tip him extra? Could I call him and pay him more? Is that a thing? Hello? Yeah. Marcio, right? Listen, I ordered it to the wrong address. Can I pay you more to deliver it down the street, basically? Can I give you cash? I ordered it to the wrong address. I ordered it to my house instead of my office. I'm going to give you the new address. I'll give you cash when you get here for the extra effort. Okay. Here. The address is... Okay. So my girlfriend's gonna get it from him. That was too complicated. That guy did not speak English. There was no way that I was gonna get him to this office successfully. It was not gonna happen. So I'm having my girlfriend get it, and then I made a judgment call about halfway through that talk that was not gonna happen. That was not gonna happen, man. All right. Okay. Fuck, that was so stupid that I did that. I can't believe it. Fuck, man. I can't believe I did that. Yeah, I had so much going on, and I ordered something to the house beforehand this weekend. So I could so my girlfriend will bring it here, and I think we're good. We can keep doing our shit. Fuck, man. It's not like Uber where you can just update the address and send them and pay them more. If he came here, he was gonna get like a 20 because I didn't have any extra cash besides 20s. So I would have just given him like $20 to drive it down the street. My Zen is off center today. It's not. It just takes a lot of I'm like running a stream, prepping a show, doing this talk, everything like that. There was no way that I was going to explain in English how to get that shit would have gone straight to Egypt. My food would have literally disappeared. There's no way. Like, I'm telling you, I was halfway through that conversation and I'm like, okay, I need you to deliver this to my office. And he's like, I am here. And I'm like, good. The food is there, but it needs to be over here. Where? My office. Where's the where office? And I'm like, okay, so this is not going to happen. So I was like, help, girlfriend. Fuck. And now I got to waste her time. But okay. All right, let's keep going. Shit. Okay, where we last left off, my editor is going to hate me now too cuz I'm like jumping around in this video. All right. Holy shit. Thank you guys for your patience. We're so... Give her the 20? Yeah, maybe. Is that weird to, like, pay your girlfriend? Yeah, it is weird, dude. What if I give her $5? I have $5. She doesn't even use cash for anything. Why would it be weird to help you ask your significant other for help from time to time? I don't like bothering people for shit. If I can avoid it. As far as I know, it hasn't been picked up, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I feel like I'm wasting her time for my mistake, which doesn't feel good, right? Like... Is he in the middle of a talk or making a video? I fucked up. I can't believe I fucking did that, dude. Also, I paid my... fuck. Okay. All right. Okay. No, I'm just doing 1,000 things. This is so fucked. What a fucked up day. I don't know, dude. Okay. Months that I'm telling everyone I know the best content on the internet, and this guy can't even order food. Nice. Like 40 things just went wrong in like a very short amount of time. And I have a show that I have to commit to 100% in 30 minutes. So everything is just super fucked. I think I'm going to make an executive decision. I'm bouncing. I can't do this talk live. Instead, I will record it after the Dungeons and Dragons show on YouTube. I don't have time. I have 20 minutes and I haven't even eaten or figured out my food. So I'm just totally fucked. I'm sorry. It's my fault. There's I have like a couple more minutes that I can answer questions maybe, and then I gotta peace out. I will do the Twitch soundtrack talk offline, and we'll re-upload it to YouTube in the next couple of days because I just can't get it done. Will your notes be... I'm not leaving yet. Will your notes be in the notes section on Discord? Yep. How will we argue with you about it? In the YouTube comments section, which I always read every comment. Yep. Yep. Twitch made changes that broke ad blockers. Do they do this to collect data about how much money they're making? Do they want to see how viewer numbers change? I didn't answer this when you asked it the first time because it's literally like a thesis statement. I would have to... It takes 30 minutes to answer this question. So I don't want to. The short of it is... Everyone is always trying to make changes to break ad blockers, and then ad blockers make changes to break the ads, and it's like an arms race. When you said that streamers won't do things to 3x their income, was that an allusion to streamers not wanting to run ads? Yes. It was not only illusion, it was a direct comparison. Because that's literally what they could do. What you guys saw the Hafu clip, right? I'm super sorry. I don't mean to waste your time. I just fucked up. It's chaos. Because I was like trying to do like 80 things and get this talk done before Dungeons and Dragons, and like I couldn't get anything done, so I didn't check the address because I ordered us those pizzas on the weekend. So I really appreciate you helping me with this. It was very nice. Didn't mean to waste your time. Thank you. Good. I was trying to talk to the guy and I was going to pay him more to come here, but he was not English speaking. So I wouldn't have been able to get him to figure that out. It would have been a shit show. He would have delivered that shit who knows where, and it would have never gotten here. So eventually I said my girlfriend's coming down to get. I told him like 8 times, like, stay there, stand there. A little Asian girl will appear. Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, yeah. It shouldn't happen again because now I'm aware it can happen. I didn't have a mental check to check the address, and now I do because it's not normal that we order food to the house, but I did, because I wanted to get us those pizzas on Saturday. So I ordered food at the house. It defaulted to that address. I was doing 8 things on here trying to do a talk, and I couldn't do it. Thank you. You are awesome. Thank you for doing this. Big appreciate. You okay? About work? Are you working all night? Well, if you ever want to have some green tea with me, I can make you some of that T-ball. Bunch of kids. Anytime. I'm just saying in general. If you want to I know it doesn't have to be right now, but if you want to de-stress sometime, come for lunch or something, have some tea. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand. I mean, it's a conversation we can have, but I understand it. As long as there's kind of like a path in mind, I'm always going to support you. You know? It's not just like, let's do nothing and play games all day. Like, that's not the plan. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, and I know you care about them as well. Mhm. I'm not concerned as long as I just understand like what's going on. I'm not worried. As long as everything's good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, then it's totally fine. You know you've got my support. I believe in you, and we can talk about like if you really do want to change directions or whatever, you know that I'd support you in that as well. Um and we can just talk about how that looks. That's fine. Okay? Yeah, I was just checking in to make sure nothing's up. You never know. I'm kind of a dumbass, so I don't know if I make fuck shit up. Except when I ordered food in the wrong place. Why? Why? I don't even make any noise right now, especially lately. It does. I don't care about your mic picking up. I don't care about that. But like, if you care about it, that'll work. Yeah. I thought your problem was you can hear me yelling at people on Discord, but yeah, it doesn't bother me. I mean that much. Mm. Okay. It is loud. I have a very loud voice. I understand. We will be getting a bigger place. If unless we can't find one, then we can't do it. But like my Twitch chat's probably like, what the fuck is going on? What? I'm not gonna get a car. I'm walking. That's like my spiritual thing. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Oh, okay. Yeah. If we find a place that is better, that is available and more up to your standards, I'm happy to switch. I I can walk quite a bit. It's fine. Like I would consider. I didn't like the place. That's it. I just didn't. And you agreed with me. You didn't think that the place was like a significant upgrade over what we had. Like it was whatever. I would have walked there. It would be okay. Like if the place was a significant upgrade, that is what I said. If it was a substantial upgrade over the place that we had, I would have made an exception. Would have been fine. I can walk. I can just listen to birds and shit, dude. I'm good. Like, okay, fine. Okay, we'll talk about it. It's fine. Yeah. If we get the right place, we can see. It'll be fine. We'll work together, okay? I love you very much. Thank you. Yes, I'm having 2 sandwiches and a salad. Why did you give me your fat look? No, that was the your fat look. I know it wasn't. What was the look? Okay, if I was being fat, I would have also ordered a half of an egg sandwich, which I ordered last week when I did this. So I'm minus 1 half sandwich. Only 2 sandwiches and a salad. Well, we just paid that guy to literally DoorDash across the street. So I fucked up. Do you want money? Okay, I'm sorry. All right, okay. No, I really appreciate this. Thank you. For what? It's okay. All right, give me a hug. I love you. Thank you for hooking me up. I gotta go. Go live. Okay. I love you too. Do you want some, or I'll order some to the house? Yeah, I'll order some tonight. It would be better if we have some at the house anyway. Okay. Goodbye. I love you. Okay. All right. Sorry. My girlfriend just saved my life. Here we go. I got all my food. Everything's good. We're good. Everything's fixed. We're good. Holy. All right. The context of that is that she wants a bigger place. She wants a 2-bedroom place, and I'm down to get one for her also. Like, it's not like that much more rent. And the place that I got in Seattle, my mind around it was that I wanted, you know, just like a bachelor pad. So I didn't expect her to move in, and she moved in, and so the place is a little bit small for what we got going. So that's what we were just talking about, is like trying to find like a bedroom and a separate gaming room. So 2 bedrooms, because right now we sleep and we game in like the same area. So if one of us is asleep, so it's just like an expansion thing. Yeah, it's not that bad. Rents are going down in Seattle right now. That's not that bad. Right now, the square footage is like 760 for this place. So I'm looking for a place that's like a little bit more. I thought she was wanting like a 4-bedroom. No, fuck no, dude. Like, what the fuck? I wouldn't fucking take that shit, dude. I'm never gonna have a 4-bedroom. Holy shit. Because of the riots? No, because of COVID. People are just there's just less. This is a very like tech city, and people move here so they can work in like the Amazon, Microsoft offices, and that's becoming like less of a thing because of COVID. You can work remotely. Okay, I gotta go. I got Empires of Arcadia. Yes, it's happening. Yes. It'll be on Destiny's stream. Last episode or second to last episode. Sorry, my whole stream got fucked, chat. I'm super sorry. Really, this was like the last 30, 45 minutes were objective dog shit. I'm super sorry. I provided no value. I feel bad. I will meditate on it. Tomorrow, we'll do, I think we're going to do a business meeting with Arcadum. Pretty sure. And I will do the Twitch soundtrack filming offline tonight. So we'll talk about it. And then there's a couple more things. If we have time, we'll do the state of the stream tomorrow, which I know a lot of people are asking for. And big sorry. Okay, that's it. Discord, join, come see. Hello. It's 35 minutes of not Among Us. Good point. Actually, super true. Thanks. I guess it's a low bar to pass. Okay, I'm going to eat for 10 minutes, and I got to go on this D&D show. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you very much. I got to go. Bye. Sorry, everything's shit. Okay, bye. Thanks, guys. Hearts in chat. Goodbye. Take care. Join the Discords. Come say hello.